project, the humorous speech, which puts entirely too much pressure on the speaker. As a result, starting tomorrow, he has promised to petition Toastmasters to call it the mildly abusive speech. Fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests, please welcome David Chatfield.
I was a disaster at dating after my divorce. True story. I was on a second date with a woman. We both seemed to like each other. Walked her to her car, kissed goodnight. Next morning I sent her a text how much I enjoyed the evening. Hours passed, no response. Foolishly, I sent her a second text, trying to be funny about the fact that I hadn't heard from her. So I texted the word crickets in parentheses as a commentary on the silence. She wasn't amused, and I never saw her again. Maybe she hadn't wanted to see me, just didn't want to tell me the night before. This got me thinking, what if you're on that first, second, third date, looking across the table, thinking to yourself, I do not want to be around this person anymore. Fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. Tonight, I'm going to share with you 3 methods guaranteed to end a budding relationship. These methods are for those of you who want to avoid that awkward conversation where you tell the other person you just don't want to see them. Take notes, and that conversation never needs to happen. Method number 1, crazy communication. This method is all about texting. If your goal is to bring things to a screeching halt, you've got to amp it up. What do I mean by that? Go overboard with your texts. Here are some examples. These are very easy to do. First example. Accidentally, on purpose, send a text to the person that you're dating as though it was intended for someone else. And make sure it says something that they won't be thrilled with. Yeah, we're going out tonight, but I don't know how I'll handle his bad breath. Second example. Before going to bed one night, send a text where you use a term of endearment. I hope you sleep well, sweetheart. And then, next morning, first thing when you wake up, send another text where you say, good morning, my love. Last example, use the dictation feature on your smartphone to send a long, rambling text where you go on and on about a variety of things. For example, what you had for breakfast, what you're going to wear to work that day, what traffic is like on the way to work, any minutia that you can think of. Let's move on to method number 2. Emphasize your differences. Let's be honest. People generally want others to agree with them, to be like them, especially someone that you're dating. So to sabotage a relationship before it has a chance to develop, you have to point out your differences, especially if they have the potential to be hot button issues. First example. Political differences. If you know that your date is a hardcore Republican, mention in the conversation that you think Obama is the greatest president in history. Or some equally contentious example if you know that your date is a flaming liberal. Next example. If you know that your date has a graduate degree or 2, mention that you think formal education is overrated and unnecessary. That street smarts is all you really need to get ahead in life. And the last example, easiest one of all. If your date speaks of a fondness for children and their dreams of having them someday, laugh out loud and tell them that you think children are a nuisance and more trouble than they're worth. Finally, let's get on to the third method, what I call the triple E, express excessive emotion. Typically, when you first start going out with someone, the things you say to each other are not too serious. You're getting to know each other. But that will not work if your goal is to never see this person again. Like the first two methods, this one is not challenging, and you can get creative. Here are some examples of excessive emotion. Tell your date that you've talked about them to your mother and how much you like them. And how thrilled she is that you're finally seeing someone. This has the added benefit of making it seem like something must be wrong with you. Next example. Work into the conversation that you finally feel ready to move in with someone. And ask your date if they could picture themselves living with you. And the final example. Tell your date that even though you've just started going out, you're feeling so good about the two of you that you are ready to take things to the next level. Dating in the digital age comes with a number of complications. But one of those should not be ending a relationship that you don't want to get off the ground. You now have in your arsenal 3 methods to help you avoid that particular bit of stress. Any one of these should be enough to get the job done. But if you're feeling ambitious, you can try 2 or 3 on the same day. Once again, the methods are crazy communication, emphasize your differences, and the triple E, express excessive emotion. With these relationship killers, you'll be free and single in no time. Happy Toastmasters.